I'm Lady T506. Welcome to my channel. Hello everyone. I am here for Manifest Season 1, Episode 15. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you return and you're a family member, you're one of my peoples, welcome back. On this episode, they discussed a lot of the callings and whether they're good or bad, or people using them for good or bad. You know, last episode, the dude, he, emerged from the water and he was still alive. Well, this episode, we find out he was a bank robber. He not only killed the guards that were in the truck, but he killed his, robbing team. Killed everybody and took off with the money and ended up going into the river and was there for, 3 whole days. And he's alive. Now, we got to figure out, what's going on with him that he's been underwater so long. This is the third time we encountered somebody. First it was the passengers. They come back after 5 years like nothing happened. Zeke, he was gone for a whole year, and it just seemed like he was just gone for a few days, 2 weeks at the most. This dude has been underwater, and he should be bloated to where you cannot recognize him, but he's up and talking and everything else. What exactly is going on? Michaela has him transferred to St. V's Hospital so she can run some tests on him, see if he has the markers that they have, the blood markers that they have, and that Zeke have. And we find out that he's been gone for 82 hours and 8 minutes. 828. That seems like the running thing. They was on flight 828. I don't know what 828 has to do with Zeke, but this man was gone for 82 hours and 8 minutes. This can't be a coincidence, but he ends up having a calling. He doesn't realize that it's a calling. The doctors believe that he's hallucinating, but Michaela, she knows he's saying, it's an explosion, there's people dying, there's children dying. And she's like, okay, we need to, figure out what's going on so we can save these people. But this is when you're using the callings for a bad way. And we're going to get to that in a minute. Okay. Well, I guess right now. Michaela tells Griffin about the callings and hoping that they can stop what happens. But he wants to use this as, okay, I have this calling. I'm possibly going to jail for a long time. I want to make a deal. He's trying to use this as a get out of free jail card. If y'all want to know where this bomb is, I need immunity. That's the only way I'm going to tell where this bomb is. And we find out that Michaela, Zeke, and Griffin, they're all connected. They have all lost someone. Michaela, she lost her best friend when she was drunk driving. Zeke lost his sister when they was on some boating. And Griffin, his brother ended up going to prison. They was robbing somebody. The foster brother shot somebody. And to get out of jail, Griffin was like, well, he did it. Brother went to jail, ended up dying in prison. So in a roundabout way, they've all been responsible for somebody. Well, not roundabout way. In a roundabout way, he's responsible for his brother's death. If his brother hadn't been in prison, he wouldn't have died. But he was looking out for self and self alone. So, this was a short episode. Griffin gets immunity by telling where the bomb is. It was in the middle of a fair, or maybe it's on Coney Island or something, where they got all the carnivals and all this other stuff. But the thing is, right when they defuse the bomb, Michaela hears the growl and sees that Ghostbuster looking kind of wolf thing. And she realizes the calling isn't over. Something else is going to happen. I don't know if it has to do with Griffin or if it has to do with somebody else. In the meantime, before this, Zeke gets arrested for trying to break into his mama's house. He tells Michaela that, he was just going to see if his mama, was okay. How was she doing? He just didn't want to pop up because, things have been bad in the past. And he just don't want to be shown hey, mom, yeah, I know you thought I was dead, but I'm alive. Jared is not taking too kindly for Zeke being in the picture. He was up in the mountains with this dude is staying at your house. Me and you supposed to be together now. The Lord has done left me because I'm in love with you, and probably was never really fully in love with her. So he gets a cup that Zeke used to go, run background checks, DNA and all that stuff to figure out who this man is. what's the mama's name? I can't think of her name right now. Well, she goes to get some information about Griffin from his foster mother. And the foster mom's like, some people, they just do not need to be found. Like, I know what's wrong to say, but, you know, some people shouldn't be saved. He should have been left right where he was in that water and shouldn't have come out alive. So I don't know how this is going to play out with Griffin. We didn't hear anything about the major this episode, but Cal in that last scene, he seemed very stressed out what was going on. He had a little popsicle figurine that he was making, and he looked distressed about what it was. Now that Ghostbuster dog that Michaela seen and the Zeke scene, I don't know how that's going to tie in. Sanvi, she is going through PTSD because that old crazy woman last episode kidnapped her and threatened to kill her. So like the slightest noise, she's freaking out. If somebody comes up too fast, she's freaking out. Like rightfully so, because it's just like the next day. She didn't have time to like, you know, process things. And she already knows the step. I need to go see somebody. I need to get help. But I don't really want to do that right now. I just, you know, when I get into my work, I need to figure out what is going on. What is next going to happen? Next week is the season finale, which I'm kind of upset about because I really like this show. Like the figuring out the things, like the callings. Okay, I thought the callings were to do good, but the callings were put in the hand of this bad person that used it on for his own personal gain. So I don't know, is, you know, him getting out, is that going to have a calling to help in some type of way? I don't know, but that would suggest, if I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day. Free 99. If you're returning and you one of our family members, you one of my peoples, welcome back. Tell your peoples to tell their peoples to come over here and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.